Hi, this is Gina with Creative Geniuses. Today's art project is winged bugs. We'll be making some really cool winged bugs out of pencil, and it's for all ages 3 to adult. We have beginner, intermediate, and advanced opportunities here. This project may take about 45 minutes or longer, just depending on your pace. We always have some goals to accomplish, and usually we begin with some good brainstorming and putting ourselves in the mindset for today's project. So we'll be brainstorming some different bug ideas, and we're going to be experimenting with some different combinations of bug parts. It's almost like a puzzle to create our final bug piece. And lastly, we will be using pencil to create bug drawings using details of shape, shading, and/or pattern. This is what your art kit will look like. Here are the things that you'll need to complete today's project. We're going to be using a plastic mason jar because plastic doesn't break like the glass ones. Some plastic toy bugs are helpful. Some sketch paper. A Creative Geniuses handout. We have 2 of bug parts. One's for beginners and one's for intermediate. You'll need some drawing paper, some colored pencils, and we're also including some glowing bug juice. Other materials you may want is your own pencil with a nice eraser on it. Let's get inspired for today's art project and get our mindset in the right place, thinking about bugs. Here's an idea. Make a list or draw as many kinds of winged bugs as you can think of. Another idea. Observe the plastic bug in your art kit. Set it in a space in your house or outside and sketch it. Last, sketch the plastic bug and add an imaginary background, just like the artist Magnus Murr has done. This artist uses humor to get our attention into his art. What's so funny about a fly playing volleyball or playing the guitar? Think of some funny places or interesting or unique places you could put a bug. Or maybe have your bug doing something normally it wouldn't do, such as marching. Bugs are a part of our world, and they have been captured in art and culture throughout time. We are annoyed by them, but they can also be very amusing or entertaining or beautiful to look at. Let's check out and explore and learn about some bug art listed on our resource page. We'll be focusing on winged bugs. What is your favorite winged bug? Why? Take a minute or a couple minutes right now and either pause the video, fast forward or rewind, and look at the art images provided. What is your favorite art image here and why? Why do you think the artist chose bugs as their subject? What is so special about these bugs? Tell us about it. In this art project, we will be creating a bug collection or a series of winged bug drawings. You will always be able to add over time and collect. They can be kept in the clear mason jar. You will be able to view your bugs through the clear container, just like you would view a picture or artwork through a clear picture frame. Using the bug handout, or by observing bugs from outside, or lastly, by using your imagination, think of bug parts. Mix and match the pieces. It's like doing a puzzle, combining together to make different bugs. Use different shapes, sizes, colors, and pattern of the bug parts to create unique and eye-catching flying bugs. Experiment and use a pencil with an eraser so you can easily change, alter, or edit your creatures. Starting at the beginner level, go piece by piece. Use simple shapes starting with the body and the head. What do you notice about each side of the bug? Did you see that it's the same on both sides? A drawing tip when drawing bugs is that they have symmetry. They are the same on both sides. I'm going to try another one. That's what it means to do a series, a whole bunch of them. This one I'm going to do a little different with kind of a hilly body. I went up and down and up and down. The head I'm going to do sort of a triangle, a shape with 3 sides. And the wings I'm going to try doing long this time, long and skinny. For beginners, besides focusing on big shapes like circles and triangles and ovals, lines are also important. And they will help you draw your bug. Lines for the legs and little feet, lines for the antennas. One simple line can look like so much more when you put it all together. Here I'm going off of my handout for intermediate creatures with wings. There's a little bit more variety in the shapes. The shapes are a little bit more complex and the lines have a few more curves to them. I'm going to also incorporate some shading, and shading just means to add like space or depth, and that can be done by pressing harder on the pencil or going over in layers, or doing like little hatch marks like I did on these bug eyes here. They're like little X's. It just makes it create like there's some light and shadows and some dimension to the bug. I'm also going to use some patterns on my bug. So a pattern is just lines or colors or some sort of design that repeats itself. Curved lines on the body will help this little guy look more curvy and rounded. And now I'm going to go in with my colored pencil and I'm going to draw in the direction of his curved body to make him look more rounded. I'm using a colored pencil because the tips are small and pointy and we're drawing sort of small on these little sheets of paper, so they work good. And there's also little spaces in bugs, so it gets those little spaces. As I go with my pencil, I'm doing lights and darks, either pressing really light or harder. Also going in layers, which means doing a pencil layer and then going on top of it to make it appear darker. Little hash marks work too, back and forth like little X's. The more X's you do, the darker the color will appear. An advanced trick is using complementary colors to shade. So using colors opposite on the color wheel to darken the space. So for the green eyes, I'm going to shade with some red on top. And of course, try to remember to put your artist signature and the date at the bottom. One last finishing touch is some bug juice, which is just glow paint. To add a little fun, unique twist at the end, I'm adding just a little to the bottom and the antennas, and it will make my bug glow in the dark. Put your jar out on a table or counter for display. Spend time outdoors and observe the different bugs flying through the air or landing on flowers. Be safe by giving some personal space and being aware that some bugs can sting. To further your art with winged bugs, do an online search of different winged bugs or grab a book from your local library to help you draw. Add to your collection. Here's another idea. Release your winged bugs. Release your artworks to friends and families as a gift. We hope you created several different kinds of bugs today that you're really happy with. The sky is the limit with the different combinations and varieties you can make and create. Please share your artwork with fellow creative geniuses. You can either post on our Facebook page or email Gina at wearecreativegeniuses.com.